Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today. I want to talk about what your response could be when other people belittle you and try to put you down. I think the vast majority of the people in the world today appreciate magicians and magic. They enjoy it. They see it as a form of entertainment, and they like it. As with anything else, there's a minority of people that are going to want to put you down for whatever reason. And sometimes their comments can be quite hurtful. And I want to address that. People generally will respond positively to your passion. Some will not. Some will try to put you down. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your permission." Remember that in order for you to feel badly about yourself or your art, you have to accept what someone else is saying about it in a derogatory manner. You don't have to accept someone else's criticisms, someone else's harsh words, someone else's bullying. You don't have to accept it. Only a small minority will put you down, but here are some examples. There's criticism. Quote, "Why don't you get a real job?" Criticism. There's put downs. "We don't want magic, we want something good." There's derogatory remarks. "You're such a nerd. Only nerds like magic." There's condescension. "Why don't you take up acting or some other legitimate form of entertainment?" Sadly, I hear that mostly from entertainers that have come out of magic to other forms of entertainment. They look upon their own history with some sort of disdain, and I find that very distressing. Then there's undermining. People that try to undermine your passion. You just don't have the talent to succeed at that. So you get these kinds of comments. They're not uncommon. Again, it's not the majority of the people, but you do get these comments. So what do? Well, first of all, believe in yourself. Believe in you. That's easier said than done, folks. We are social creatures. We want to be accepted by our peers. We want to feel like we're contributing. We want to feel like we're doing something worthwhile. We want to have these feelings, and when we get these derogatory comments, it's hard to feel that way. It hurts when we get these comments. If you're empathetic, if you feel what other people feel, you're going to have a tendency to internalize even the negativity. But you need to erect a barrier. You need to visualize yourself in a cone of protection and let those arrows bounce off of you rather than take them inside of you. What we can't do is accept as true someone else's negative opinion. We cannot internalize their truth. If they believe magic is not a worthwhile art, but we do, we cannot afford to internalize their opinion. If you believe the negative comments, you will lose your joy as a performer. And if you lose your joy as a performer, you cannot bring someone else to that level of joy. Don't argue. Don't defend. Do not retaliate. But do distance yourself. Distance yourself from the person. Distance yourself from the comments. When these things come at you like that, you know what I like to do? I like to go on YouTube and I find a great performance and I watch it and I say to myself, that's why I do this. That's why I'm involved in this art. Because it brings so much joy to people. Because it brings so much happiness to people. Because it's so much fun. Because it's so entertaining. Neel Burton said, "There's no reason to take someone who gives an insult any more seriously than a naughty child or a barking dog. Just don't take them seriously." He also said, "Ignoring an insult can be powerful, but in some cases it may be necessary to have a firm word with the insulting person to establish boundaries." It depends on on how aggressive the person is. Saying something to the effect of, on that we disagree. Being firm but not aggressive. You follow me? Just kind of pushing back a little bit. I found, I've always been the shortest guy in class. I'm 5'4", but growing up, I was a target for bullies because they thought I was an easy pick. And I wasn't an easy pick. I eventually had to study the martial arts to learn to protect myself because I was getting hit on so often after school and gym class and so on. So I'm used to bullies. I truly am. But one of the things I found about bullies, and these kinds of comments are an example of bullying behavior. If you push back just a little bit, if you push back, their confidence crumbles. Their belief in themselves crumbles. And you just walk away at that point. You've crumbled their house and you just walk away. The other thing I think you've probably heard people say, I'm not sure they give a lot of instructions on how to do this, but you develop a thick skin. A thick skin. The refusal to internalize criticism or insults. The refusal to internalize criticism or insults. A thick skin. Say to yourself, I mean, in sales, you make a phone call and you'll get hung up on. You'll get insults thrown at you. You'll get all kinds of things thrown at you. What I do in my own sales practice is I say to myself, I'm not looking for the person who doesn't want me. I'm looking for the person who does. And I consider every rejection a step closer to finding that person that I'm actually a good fit for. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the good fit. And you're going to have to wade through some of these negative comments in order to get to that fit. Be persistent. Be like the cork on the water. The cork floats. The waves hit it. It goes under for a moment, then it pops right back up. The wave hits it. It goes down. It pops right back up. Be the cork on the water. Let negative comments motivate you to prove them wrong. Affirm your choices. Get back in touch as quickly as possible with why you love this art. As I said earlier, I love to watch other performers. It really affirms something in me. I love to watch positive performers. Peter Wood comes to mind. He's such a positive, energetic performer. Love to watch him perform because he has such a passion for his art. So watch people who are passionate about magic and let their energy reinvigorate your energy and passion. You get to choose what you believe. You get to choose what you love. You get to choose what your passions are. If you enjoy what you're doing, others will too. Look for the others that enjoy it and that resonate with you and leave the naysayers behind. Folks, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please comment down below. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. Have a great day.